Have we got some stuff to go over today? But let's start here. This is what's funny to me. You have a lot of these game journalists trying to really go after that sweet baby curator. In fact, it seems like they're quadrupling down now because they've lost in a lot of ways. Usually, back in the day, one article would have got that Steam curator taken down. It would have been taken down within 24 hours of them crying about it. But this time, it's been a little bit different. They've been unable to take it down, and that's with multiple articles from Kotaku, Eurogamer, The Gamer. Just about most of them, I think, have made articles denouncing it, demanding that it get removed. And I have this one. We reached out to Valve and Discord multiple times to ask how a group using their platform to target a company was within the bounds of their terms of service. No answer back yet. Grum says, funny, I've reached out to Game Developer and PC Gamer and Kotaku and asked why they are defending a company with documented bans for harassment, doxing, and racist homophobic remarks. No answer back yet. They also, every time, fail to mention how this always went down. It went down because Chris Kindred, told everybody to report the F out of that group and the creator, since he loves his account so much. But yeah, they didn't do nothing. They didn't do nothing. So he was retweeting his own article right here. And, why should they care? What I love about this is none of these washed up journalists are having any effect. I don't think they're going to be able to get it taken down, which is absolutely hilarious, showing you just how far they've fallen. This is why they're so desperate for this Gamergate 2 thing. They're so desperate for it. They're the ones yelling about Gamergate 2, talking about it all the time, saying about, it's Gamergate 2's coming. It's gonna wreck everybody. But they're the ones that need it. That's why they're pushing it so hard, because they need it because their sites are dying. And even if they successfully got this going, which I don't think they will, and please don't call this Gamergate 2, everybody. Enough with the gates. These people aren't going to be around much longer. All these websites are going under. Okay? They're not going to last. And with good reason, because they're all trash. But they're all trying to memory hole what they did to the creator, Cabrutus, and how they sparked this whole thing off. They want to memory hole it. But here's the wild thing. This was brought to my attention yesterday by Lyle over on Twitter. This is some crazy stuff. You have a Department of Homeland Security funded nonprofit demanding that game companies denounce Gamergate 2. So this is a company funded by your American tax dollars dedicated to taking down Gamergate 2, which would probably bring them in some kind of grants. Because here's what's funny. So I looked into this group. This is their website. Their mission statement is about supporting people that are suffering from mental health in the game enthusiast community and inside the game industry, which I would assume was helping people with burnout or something like that, people that are overworked and depressed. I thought maybe that this was for them to get resources to help, which is admirable. I think that that's okay. A lot of people hurting and suffering out there. I think mental health funding is good. However, that's not what they're being funded for. Apparently, a group dedicated to therapy or something, it's very unclear what they want to do, because apparently, what they're getting funding for through their grant, which I'm sure is massive, because that's one thing the government loves to do is spend money on useless research. The Department of Homeland Security, is funding them to counter extremism in video games. This is what they're funding. So this is their research, disrupting video games-based radicalization through collaborative cross-sector networks. And apparently, this is a joint project from the Center of Terrorism, Extremism, and Counterterrorism. Take this and logically seeks to develop a shared framework for understanding extremism in games, reads the project's official proposal abstract as seen on its official funding application. This includes the development of a set of best practices and centralized resources for monitoring and evaluation of extremist activities, as well as a series of training workshops for the monitoring, detection, and prevention of extremist exploitation in gaming spaces for community managers, multiplayer designers, lore developers, mechanics designers, and trust and safety professionals. In addition, this project will provide a first-of-its-kind collaborative structure for public-private partnerships and on preventing and mitigating games-based extremism. It adds, taken together, this project will simultaneously improve counter-extremism collaboration in the video game industry while also providing substantial capacity building within and across developers. So the reason that we're talking about this is because they have made demands that companies denounce Gamergate 2, which isn't even a thing. So this is how I found out about it from Lyle here, and Bounding the Comics did some research on what that grant was. Great job by them. But you've got this company out here demanding people respond to Gamergate 2. And they're basically saying that silence is compliance. Like, you might want to be quiet, but remember how it was last time. Companies didn't come out and go after Gamergate, so now we need you to. So what, as he said in his last tweet there, seriously, what is going on? What a tremendous waste of tax dollars, too. Whatever this is. Oh, we want to make sure game developers don't watch those mean old YouTubers or something like that. But it is over here on their website, right here, responding to Gamergate 2, basically demanding industry leaders to come out and say something, which you've already seen. You had a senior executive, or at least somebody that's in charge over at Bungie, and probably a bunch of other people that I haven't even seen, because somebody's always saying something because they're so mad about that curator over on Steam and some Discord group that has people in it that are just talking about things that they don't like in video games. It's wild, man. So, yeah, they're going to go hard with this Gamergate 2 thing, because I'm sure it will help this company here get funding from Homeland Security, and all these journalist sites, they can run with this now, maybe giving them a little bit of time before they run out of money. It's crazy stuff, man. And I think it's absolute bullshit that our tax dollars are giving this company money. Anyway, what are your thoughts on all of this? I'd like to hear from all of you. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.